Yes, you go ahead and tell me what you got up top this week.
Well, this guy just missed out on the Masters this year, finishing just out with the top 50 in the official world golf rankings. And the fact that he is roundabout there really speaks volumes for the way that his golf is recovering and starting to trend in the right direction and maybe getting back to the Ricky Fowler of old. I know you're going to like my pick this week because you're a huge fan. You've picked him a lot lately. He is one of the Vegas favourites, 16-1. I found him at 20-1. That was the highest that I saw a little bit earlier today. But we're definitely seeing an upward trend in Ricky's game. He's finished within the top 20 in 4 of his last 5 starts. And he took down John Ram in the opening group match in Austin last week. It was on his wife's birthday, so that was nice to see. It's his 4th time playing this tournament. He missed the cut last year, but, you know, never mind. We've talked about the fact that he's moved on a lot since then. And also a pair of 17th place finishes here. But I was looking at Ricky's stats of late of the last couple of tournaments, and his off the tee stats are kind of sporadic. He'll have a good week off the tee, bad week off the tee, good week, bad week. But overall,
I see that.
You know,
yeah, I'm looking at that right now. I mean, Ricky, he's in the top. You know, if you're a Ricky fan player, he's in the top 25 in greens and reg, and he's in the top 15 in putting. Mm-hmm. If the driver kicks in there, Diane, we are, you know. The reason we get hot on these guys is we have this heat map, which actually shows us their performance in particular stats over the last 7 weeks. So when you look at, for example, if you take a Ricky Fowler, we can tell you what he was positioned on the tour 7 weeks ago in driving accuracy, and we can tell you what he is now. We can tell you what he was in putting 7 weeks ago, and we can tell you what he is now. So we start to see these trends, and Ricky Fowler is only 1 good driving week away. Now, this is going to be a tough one for him because it is a narrow week. This is asking a lot. However, you have the right idea, Diane, with Ricky Fowler.
And the putting is always going to pay dividends at this course if you putt well. And looking at Ricky's heat map, by the way, I love the way that you've taped all the pages together.
Well, I tape it together because then I can see all the way across and I can set up these trends, you know, all the way for the last 7 weeks and for what they've done in this tournament. And, you know, Ricky's working with Butch Harmon, and they were together last week. A friend of mine who lives at the Floridian took a couple of pictures. He went and watched him practice the other day. So when you work with a guy like Butch Harmon, and we saw this with Tommy Fleetwood, who I had picked to win at Innisbrook, and he finished 3rd, I think, focus is very important on tour. And when you're working with someone like Butch Harmon, you're focused. You're focused on your swing. You're focused on what you're working on. You've probably got some good information. You've probably fixed something. Yeah. So he's putting it into practice every day. And Ricky needs a win to get into Augusta. He needed a quarterfinal last week, didn't get it, although he did knock off number 1. So his confidence has got to be pretty good.